Hello, David. Greetings from Toronto. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for another fantastic season. Oh my goodness. I want to ask you, when you've had such success with season one, it was so glorious to watch this world. What excited you most about going into season two?
I was just relieved that we didn't have the burden of all the kind of expositional, pipe that we had to lay in season one, right? That took
Right.
the better part of 3 episodes in season one. In some ways, I feel like the story doesn't really get going till the end of the third episode of season one.
Yeah.
A lot of that was prologue, and we weren't burdened with any of that. So I feel like season two just kind of shoots out of a cannon and just from the get go is going. And so that was really exciting. And I knew that we had, you know, just more territory to get deeper with the characters, get more intimate with them, more emotional, to explore their interior lives, more love stories. I was excited about injecting more levity and more of that dry wit that Asimov displayed in
Yes.
some of his later work.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can really see it in this season for sure. I wanted to know also, and also for the fact too that I mean, yes, you've brought in some new characters, which is great for us as a viewer and for you probably as well. But you're probably comfortable with this cast now. And so, you brought in a lot of new people, like Lou and Leah, and who'd never really done big epic things like this before. You must have been just kicking yourself with glee how good everybody is in this show.
We were, and look, that's one of the beauties of coming back to a returning season is you've gotten to know your returning cast,
Right.
and you can write more explicitly towards their strengths. You know what they're really good at, and you know where to challenge them, frankly. And
Right.
one of the discoveries for me working with Lee Pace in season one is that he also has pretty good comedic timing, which
Yes. Oh,
led to
yes.
some of the more outrageous moments in season two. There was one scene in season one where we had a little bit of dark comedy where he screams at a statistician who has a heart attack and dies in front of him. And everyone was so scared to do that scene. And I kept pushing everyone and I said, no, we can do it. We can do it. And even Lee was a little apprehensive at first. And then when he saw it, I said, I think Foundation is big enough that it can sustain moments like that. So I want to introduce more of those moments as well.
Yeah. Well, also you got him doing a naked fight scene, my friend, too, right? Okay, that was
Yes.
pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I also wanted to challenge ourselves and our audience. And for the people that think, oh, Foundation is this really cerebral show, I thought, no, we can have fights and squabbles and love scenes in it as well. It's as expansive as the galaxy.
Human. I mean, look, they're just like us. They're just
They're
like
just
us.
like us. Yes.
David, I got to tell you, commend you. What blows me away most about this series is that you immerse everybody in these real sets, these amazing locations to build these things. I just don't know how you guys do it. It's got to be so gratifying, even when not just as a showrunner, when you direct these scenes, what it's like to work on these amazing sets.
It's a pain in the butt, but it's and sometimes in some of these environments it's very uncomfortable to be in them when we're shooting. But look, it's a privilege. And I remember one time I was working on a project with Guillermo del Toro and we were wandering this set in this location and he wrapped his arm around me and he said, "Can you believe what we get to do for a living?"
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell Apple this, but he said, "I would do this for free," and it is, I do pinch myself a lot of times. It is, and I revel in every detail. I love it when the props department brings me a prop and they've added all these little intricate details that you could
Yeah.
only see if you had an extreme close up. And it encourages me to do an extreme close up because they've created that. And I love all of the artisans that we employ on our show and how much love they bring to their craft. It, it,
Yeah.
it is one of the joys of making the show for me.
Yeah, well, it's very much appreciated from my standpoint, that's for sure. So thank you again for another great season. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you again next year, my friend. And come visit us again in Toronto. We haven't seen you in a while.
It has been a while. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Okay, take care, David. Have a nice day.